Hey, hui, it's been a while. I know I've been putting videos out, but they're videos that I'd made a little while ago so I could have a bit of a gap. Yeah, so this is it, starting anew. So this videos are gonna be, for the next few ones are gonna be my most recent trip to the Philippines, basically, which was back in May and June. And that trip was really, I was there for almost a month, and it was very good. I really enjoyed myself. And most of that, well, all of that trip, the reason for that trip was to go over there. I went back to Cebu, where I went for my first time the first time I ever went to the Philippines. This trip was going back to spend time with my partner over there. And basically we were just going to travel and enjoy life and stuff like that. Now, I haven't really talked about her at all because she's not really interested in being on here, or maybe eventually, but not at the start. Certainly she wasn't. And now, who knows? Maybe, we'll see. Anyway, the whole point of the trip was to go over and see her and spend time with her. And so, yeah, I flew out. Man, it was a long flight. I mean, not the flight itself, but a long travel day. I got up at like, I don't know, 2:30 or 3 a.m. in the morning in Melbourne. And it's like you have a quick shower, and by the time you have an hour to the airport, and then you wait at the airport, and then you fly to Manila, and then you've got, standby, what do they call it? When you're waiting in Manila to go to the next flight to come back to Cebu. By the time I got to Cebu, it was like, walking out of the airport was 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night, Philippines time, which is 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, Australian time. So I'd been traveling for 18 or 19 hours by then, and I was pretty stuffed. But it was good. She had really nicely actually had sort of as a surprise gotten a condo for the first couple of days that we were there, so that we could just hang out in Cebu together for the first few days. Well, in Mactan actually, but it was nice little apartment. You can see it there. We just kind of hung out for a few days. And then after that, we pretty much hired a car, and we were going to do like a trip down the east coast, down south and around, sort of similar to my last trip, but not as far south. So we went down sort of to Delagete, and then we were going to go back up to the monastery, and then across to have a look at Khao, because there was things that I didn't do on that first trip that I wanted to, but it was going to be more fun if I had someone with me, and I figured at some point in time I'll go back, and that's what this trip was. We went up through Mobile for a few days, and then sort of back up and across the top back down into Cebu, and spent most of the rest of the trip just hanging out in Cebu and doing like day trips around Cebu. So that's going to be what most of these next few videos are going to be about. This one, I guess mostly about this one, I'm going to be talking for the rest of this, really just about the food. And I know I've spoken about food in the Philippines before, and I know it's different to, say, the food obviously in everywhere, but you go to Malaysia and it's got a wild range of food, and Thailand has really different range of food. People tend to say that, oh, the Philippines food's not that great, and blah, blah, blah. But I disagree. I feel like it really is that great. You just got to kind of get out there and have a crack at everything, as opposed to just going to the local mall and eating the local mall food. You need to go to the current areas, and you need to go have Lechon and like just try different stuff everywhere you go. The difference this time was I had someone with me who knows how to cook, who knows where to go to buy it, like go to the markets and where to buy it, and how to go to like the wet market and sort through the meat out there in the open, and the fish and like the pork and vegetables, and seeing it all like that, and buying it all at the markets and stuff like that, and then coming back to the condo that we were staying in and cooking. That was pretty cool. Like, obviously we still went out to eat. We went to different restaurants at different places and had plenty of different restaurant foods and whatnot, and we ate a lot of current areas as well, which was excellent. And you can see there, we went to House of Lechon, which is supposed to be I think it's supposed to be the best lechon in Cebu, and people say that Cebu's lechon is supposed to be the best in the world. So we went there. The food there was excellent, really, really quite nice. I felt like the serving sizes were probably a little on the smaller side for the price. It's pretty expensive, but in saying that, if it's supposed to be the best, or one of the best at least, I guess you're paying more because you expect that that's what you're going to be getting. But yeah, not crazy expensive, but more expensive than I would have guessed, and still very good food though. We also went to like Sugbo Mercado, I think it is, which is sort of like around the IT park area, and it's just like it's like a food. It's almost like food trucks. Like if you were in Australia and you went to like a market that had like a food truck market, it's kind of like that. But it's not food trucks. It's little stalls, but it's a market, I guess, a food market. So you go in there and they've got a million different things. We were staying for a couple of days when we first came back on the trip, and we came back into Cebu. We stayed a night or two right near there. So we walked down there to get it, and we were going to go in there to eat. But man, it is packed full of people. Like it is so full. Food there's good. It's nice. It's relatively cheap. Not crazy expensive. You got a really big range of food there to go through and try. But each time we went there, we went in there and we struggled to find a seat. So we kind of bought food and walked back to the apartment and ate at the apartment. So yeah, but it's good. It's worthwhile going to. It's interesting and the food's nice. So I'd go there. A couple of times we were eating at one of her family has a like a little sort of resto bar, I think you'd call it, like a little. It's like a little restauranty sort of bar place, and they do they do barbecue. So you get like chicken and tuna and like sticks of meat, all the different sort of intestines on there, and all the different bits and pieces. And they do. I can't remember the name. Is it? What is it called? Maybe Tusla Bua or Bua or Tus. I think it's called Tusla Bua. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's it's like a little fry, like a small wok that they bring out, and basically you put some oil and some chili and whatever bits and pieces in, and then you've got this it's like a kind of like a white paste that they put into it, and you sort of fry it all up, fry it up, and it's got like pig's brain in it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy that. And you basically just sort of get this little piece of rice that you sort of swipe into it and just eat it with. It was really good. It's very good. I enjoyed it a lot. My brain didn't enjoy it because every time I thought about what I was eating, I was like, whoa, I'm not sure that I love this, but it tasted good. So that was pretty interesting. And they had like their apartment where they were staying, or the house which they owned there. It's like a 3 or 4 story sort of apartment, I guess you'd call it. So we did like a cook up on the roof of that one night as well, and it's right across the road from kind of the back of the airport, so you could sit there and look out over the airport and watch the planes flying in and out, and looking over the airport you can sort of see back into Cebu City and up into the mountains and that. And whilst we had pretty good weather a lot of the time, we also had some pretty wild weather some of the time as well. And yeah, we were sitting there and watching like this huge storm just rolling through across Cebu, which I don't think it actually even got to us. We didn't get wet at all, but it was smashing rain in Cebu. But I mean, rainy season, it's kind of what you expect. So most afternoons or evenings it would rain, but usually in the mornings you got sun most of the time. But we did have a few times where we ended up pretty wet. But yeah, that was kind of that. Also, the market, when we went to go buy food to cook for that night, the market it's pretty wild. I mean, if you're in the Philippines, it's completely normal, I guess. But for someone coming from the West, we just don't have markets like that anymore. Like in Melbourne, there's a few places, kind of like Victoria Market or I don't know, a few markets around, but they're not really like that. They have like butcher setups, and they have like bain-maries with like, cooled meat cuts and all that in them, but not like this. You go there and it's just like, it's in the open and everything's out there, and it's just, oh, you want this bit, but you want that much? Cool, just grab this big chunk and just chop it in, away it goes, and far out. It's awesome, so fun. So that was pretty cool. I've got some little bit of video there showing sort of bits and pieces of that as well. That was really it. So, food is good. I haven't talked about any specific food there, but pretty much everything I ate was good. I just think that it's good to be open and try everything. And in the Philippines, I found that the more that I've tried, and they've got quite a big range of stuff, but the more of different stuff that I've tried to eat there, the more I've gone, man, that's tasty. That's pretty good too. I wouldn't think there's been anything really. There's very few things that I've eaten over there where I've gone, that is not for me. Pretty much everything else I've eaten over there has been pretty good. So yeah, if you're thinking of going to the Philippines, don't just eat in the restaurants. Don't just eat in your hotel. Go to the little carinderia you see on the side of the road and try all of it. Like some of them you won't be able to because there's 50 dishes, but I would suggest trying just about everything. Everything that I've had has been great. It's been probably 2 months since that trip, so we'll get videos over the next month or so out for that. I'll show you some videos about Kawasan and other places, places we went to in Cebu and whatnot, and a few other bits and pieces over there. And then we'll see. Maybe, as I said, I've been very busy, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have some videos from Melbourne. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay cool. Speak to you soon. Bye.